Well, hello everybody. It's good to see you all here. Quite a few of you here early already. Some of the usual folks. Doing something a little different this time. This is going to be kind of a more casual stream after the intense battles we've been fighting on War Thunder. I wanted something a little kind of more laid back, something I could pay more attention to the chat and to the stream, what's going on with the viewers, and not have to worry quite so much about what's going on the screen constantly. So we will get to some more War Thunder later on in the week, I promise, because I know a lot of you have been asking already about when that's going to happen. And I will post in the War Thunder channel on Discord. Will probably be the first place that I post when those streams will be coming. But we're going to do some other things as well. And hey, Polska, what's going on? And I will be getting back to our usual games that I play, the usual series, Victory at Sea Pacific, Strategic Command, World War One. What else am I doing right now? Hearts of Iron 4, the End of the New Beginning, and of course the Age of Sail. So we'll get to those things, but right now we're going to dive into a game that I've been excited to play for a while. It's called The Guild 3. I don't know if any of you ever played the first two or have played this one, but I have been a fan of The Guild all the way back to the original one. I think The Guild 2 came out in like 2006. So it's a game that hasn't been updated for a long time. I think this one came out maybe last year. Wolfrex, hello, how's it going? So this will be a little different than what I've been playing, certainly way different than War Thunder, but it gives me more chance to interact and we can kind of do a Q&A, because I know people are always throwing out questions and stuff, and in the middle of War Thunder, I can't always catch those things. This way I'll be able to catch all of the chat. So the Guild 3, let's talk about the basics of this game, and we're going to start by playing the tutorial so you can kind of learn the basics along with me. You basically create a character, and we'll go ahead and start a new game here. And you can see here, you get these choices. And there is a multiplayer component to this. You can play multiplayer games. And if other people get the game, maybe that's something we could do at some point. It might be kind of fun. But you get to choose your starting town. Now, we're going to choose the Humble Beginnings tutorial, which puts us in this small town of Venninghausen. You can do London, Augsburg. You got Warsaw, Paris, Vienna. A lot of options here. You can choose how many dynasties, because basically that's what you're competing with, is you are creating a dynasty. You're starting with a lowly peasant who's not even a citizen, so you're outside of the city. You start as a poor fellow with the lowest title in a village. Eventually, you can earn skills, you can create a business, and there's lots of different skills and businesses you can choose from. You can get married, have children. When you die, you pass that all on to your child, who then you take over. So you're not just kind of playing as one person, you're playing as the dynasty. Eventually, you can get titles. You can run for office. You can actually rise all the way to the level of sovereign. Meanwhile, though, there are these other dynasties who are also competing for the same things, competing for space, competing for business. You can even kind of go the route of kind of being a thief. You can create a thief's den, and you can rob people and things like that. So there's a lot of different directions you can go with this. I'm naming mine Richard Whittaker because that was my immigrant ancestor from England, who came over several generations ago from, he was originally from the area around Birmingham, England, and then eventually he went up to Glasgow, Scotland, where he ran a pub. You've probably heard me talk about him. So that's who I thought I would choose. And I get to do some basics here with your strength, dexterity, intelligence, perception, and charisma. You also change your clothing. I kind of like this look. And I think we'll keep everything else kind of how it is. You can change your character size. You can make him a very fat fellow if you so choose. You can also be female if you want. So let's go ahead and hit play. What if you don't have kids? I don't know what happens. I guess the game would probably end, because the point of this is you're creating a dynasty. So you, much like a king or a queen would, you want to marry, you want to have children so that you have something to pass on to the next generation. Hey, sweets, what's going on? Zach Mills, how's it going? Oh, Mr. Beep is summoning Nelson.
Welcome to the Guild 3.
Welcome to the Guild 3.
Economic simulation and RPG set in the late Middle Ages. You assume the role of a person in this historical scenario. But you're not just part of it. You can write your own success story. Your starting character, your avatar, will age during the game. So you should get married and have children, so your heirs can continue the game.
Nelson has arrived. Richard is a Peaky Blinder, yes. He's from Birmingham. They've filmed scenes of Peaky Blinders in Richard's pub in Glasgow. That's my favorite part about that whole story.
A poor and inexperienced character who has arrived at the city gates just a few days ago. You will have to work hard to
Hey, Dryer Whisper, what's going on? Yes, the summoning has worked. Nelson was summoned. As soon as somebody mentioned Rule Britannia, he showed up.
You can therefore concentrate fully on yourself.
Colin, I am enjoying Father's Day so far. We went to church this morning, came home, and everybody's taking a nap right now, I think except for my daughter. But yes, there's nothing that I love more than my role as a father, so yeah. Okay, so here we go. First things first, so let's slow down time. You can't actually pause. I mean, you can pause, but if you pause, you can't do anything. So it's not like you can pause and interact with the world. So I've only played a little bit. Captain Rex, welcome, sir. I'm glad you're here and a part of this. This is my very first time playing this game. I played through a little bit of the tutorial yesterday, but I am familiar with the guild in general. I've played the first 2 games, but that was like 14 years ago. Yes, Empire War does also have multiplayer. So this is my home, and all your homes and businesses can have names. My home is apparently called Woodworm in the Beams, and here I am, looking pretty cool there. So first things first, I need to build a business. So you get these quests on the tutorial mode. And you can look in the quest book. So build a type of business. So we're going to go down to our construction mode here, and it shows you how to interact with all these things. But I can build a handicraft business, or I can build eventually food preparation business. You can build windmills, butchers, bakeries, an inn, a farm. Then the handicraft businesses, you have artisans, tailors, carpenters, stonemasons, smithies. Herbalism businesses, rogue businesses, including robber camps and thief hideouts and barracks. So we're going to go handicraft, and you get to name it Overworked. I like that name. I think we'll keep that. And we're going to put our business, let me zoom out and see where we are here, because, you can see somebody's building something huge right next to us here. There is a city right here, you can see, but we can't live inside the city until we are citizens, I think, is where you have to be for that. So, all right, so we'll put the business right here, and it'll take a little while for that to be built. So in the meantime, there's a few things that I can be doing. Let's go ahead and get our game speed back up to normal. While the business is being built, I can start to kind of level up myself. There's some things that I can do in my home. You can see here, there are all these products that you can create and actions. And all you need to do in order to do one of these things, for example, I can make flannel. I can gather buckets of water. I can do certain actions here like boast about my achievements, hunt rats, throw stones. Zach, thank you, sir. Name one of my... Oh, if I make a pub... I'm totally... Richard Whitaker is going to have a pub, okay? He was a real pub owner in real life. We will call that thing Peaky Blinders or something. Actually, you know what would be really cool is if I do this a series on this game, and I do one where I create like a den of thieves, we could maybe make our group, maybe call them the Peaky Blinders. That would be awesome. Erie, welcome back, sir. I'm assuming it's a sir. I guess maybe I shouldn't assume you're a sir. I just know that 96.5% of my subscribers are male. So what are my plans for tomorrow? Let's see. Tomorrow's Monday. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to be working at my old house. My family, we bought a new house 2 years ago, and we've had a lot of trouble selling our old house. But we finally have a buyer for the house, and we have the inspection on Wednesday. So I'm doing a couple of things to make sure that the house is ready to go for the inspection. I got to do some touch up on the paint, things like that. Mr. Beep, yes, this has multiplayer. So if other people have the game, we could do a multiplayer game, and other people are all competing at the same time with their dynasties. And you can set the the winning scenarios, like how you have to win. In this particular version of the game where I'm doing the tutorial, you have to become sovereign of the city in order to win. So I'm gonna go ahead and gather some buckets of water for myself, and that's gonna start to get me to just start to gain some skills little by little. And you've got a lot of available information to you now. Right now, we're still waiting for my business to be built. It's going to take some time to do that. I believe, if I remember right, that 1 day on the game, so you can see there's a clock up here in the top right, 1 day on the game is a year in the life of your character. Now, you can change that. I think you can make it as much as 4 years for 1 day. But, okay, Erie, I didn't want to assume anything. Superior Polsko, welcome back, sir. At least I don't have to worry about you shooting me down today. I was mentioning earlier we will definitely be doing another War Thunder live stream later in the week. I will try to announce when that will be. So while we're waiting for that to build, right now I'm gathering water. There's a lot of different things that you can look at. Here's a skill tree. And you can spend money. Right now I start out with 9,200 is what I've got after I built my, I think you start with 10,000. You have a certain amount of influence. You can get a new title, in this case Commoner, and you can go all the way up to the level of Archduke. That you have to purchase these, and they take a while. Once you get to the citizen level, I think you can move inside the city. Here, you can buy skills. Handicraft is what I have right now. I think you have to hit certain levels in order to be able to qualify for those things. Here's herbalism. There's the rogue skill tree. And I think you can still get some of these even if you don't necessarily want to focus. Like if I don't want to be an herbalist, I could still gain some basic skills in herbalism. Here's the ambition one. You can get all kinds of... So there's a lot of depth to this game. So Sergeant Quandra... I'm trying to read your name there. I love the Guild 3. I've only played a tiny bit of it so far. Oh, Nelson, better charge that phone, man. I should get into some Risk. We'll do a Risk live stream sometime this week, too. We haven't done that for a while. All right, so let's take a look. Looks like our business is done. So now... Oh, it's not quite done. It's very, very close. You can see these transporters. We're going to be hiring one of those here in a minute. Have I played Civilization 6? Yes, sir. I have played every Civilization game going all the way back to the very first one. One of my all-time favorite series of games to play.
A new building has been finished.
All right, so now we receive a new quest with that. We need to produce some pine planks. So we double-click on our business, and now we can hire a transporter. Now, the transporter... they are going to be responsible for going and picking up raw materials that I need, and they will take completed materials and sell them on the market. The workers are going to be the ones who are tasked with doing the work. So in this case, producing pine planks. So when I tell Norbert to start producing pine planks, now Ralph, who's my transporter, is going to go start picking up pine wood from the lumberyard, and he's going to bring it back so that Norbert can make these pine planks. And that'll happen automatically. I don't have to send Ralph to go do that. I could also start producing iron. Let's see. In this case, we can make torches from pine planks. So it seems like that would make more sense to produce, because then we can take one product that we make and turn it into a more finished product. So those two are going to start working on those as soon as they have the products to do so. And they will start leveling up, and they'll start gaining skill by doing that. And then I can level those characters up and start building them up and making them a little better. So that's really kind of... Oh, you can offer healthcare services eventually to your workers, so that's kind of cool. So we're going to have to wait a little bit while we work on producing those pine planks. And you can see the workers there. They're all level 1. You can interact with anybody. I don't know what this person's doing. She looks like she may be having some kind of a religious episode of some kind. I'm kind of curious about... Oh, Sigrid's a robber? I love how it tells... Oh, no. She's not a robber. Oh, check. Oh, nice. We got somebody wearing a plague mask. We got like the plague doctor going on. That is amazing. Okay. So you can see the XP points going up as my workers start to gain skills. So we're working on, now we need to boast about our achievements. So let's go ahead and find my character. And down here we have all of the available actions that my player can take. They're urgent actions. I can send them to the market. Oh, he's still gathering buckets of water. So, social activities, no, it's right here. We're going to boast about our achievements. And I guess we'll do it right here where all the crowds are. And I'm just going to start shouting randomly to people about my achievements of a business producing pine planks. Have I played Sid Meier's Pirates? Yes, all the way back when the original first came out. That was another one of my favorite games to play. Oh, Master and Commander, so good. One of my favorite movies. I've watched some of the making of videos for those, and there were some cool things they did, like Russell Crowe's crew actually trained for all of their parts on a real ship. They did like rugby matches where all the guys who played the French crew played against all the people that were on the Surprise. So they were kind of building that camaraderie and teamwork and competing against each other. So right now we're still bragging. My 18-year-old Richard Whitaker is bragging about himself. So here's our character window, and you can see you can buy weapons, you can buy carts, you can buy all kinds of things. I'm single. You can see where I live. I'm a serf right now. You can see my stats like health, fertility, stealth, attack power, bonus when bargaining, all sorts of things here. You can see my level right now. I've actually got a free attribute point. I'm going to put that in charisma because I believe the next thing I need to do is start finding a wife. Oh, I've got to boast about my achievements 3 times. So let's boast some more. You can see some of my opponents here. This crude craftsman's hut. Over here, there's the creaking rafters, a farmhouse. Horatio Hornblower. Boy, I watched a few episodes a long time ago, probably when it first came out. I really need to go back and watch it. I love, what's his name? Ewan Griffith, I think is his name. I have a hard time with Welsh names, even though I have Welsh heritage. So, all right, let's brag one more time about our achievements. We'll come over here to this side, right in front of our business. You can see my workers out there doing their thing. It looks like one of them's actually leveled up now. This fat fellow, 15-year-old named Ralph. Ralph, you need to lay off the stuff, man. Come on. So let's give him a little strength. All right, we're gathering a crowd here as we brag about our achievements. Oh, it didn't give me the second one. It's still showing me as only doing it once. Get on your soapbox, Mr. Pine Planks, man. Yeah, maybe we should probably stop building so many pine planks. So you can see here, my Ralph he's been going and picking up pine wood, and then he'd deliver it. And you can see productivity right there, the health of my business. And now I can look at, let me show you some of the things we can do here. You can see some Dynasty information, your business information. You can see the expenses and the revenue generated by your various businesses. Obviously, a lot of expenses right now and not a lot of revenue at the moment. Here's my family tree, which right now is just me. All right, did I level up the second time yet? Okay, I did. Okay, so I've gained a level. Excellent. Oh no, I'm still level 2. One more time, we got to do this. Let's go brag to a few more people. Yeah, so Zachary, let's talk about that. What happened? Zach Mills, the game is $29.99 on Steam. It's still in early access, but it's very much done, and it's a lot of fun, and there's such replayability here because there's so many different ways you can go with the game. Plus, it has the multiplayer mode, which is cool. So I'm finishing up my bragging here. I'm going to slow things down for a minute. It's still spring of 1400. So maybe each day is one season. So maybe that would make 4 days equal a year. So anyway, I want to talk about what happened with the stream yesterday, because when I ended the stream, one of the things that happens when I'm streaming is as soon as I end the stream, YouTube gives me a report. It tells me if I gained any new subs, what my total watch time was, what the highest number of people watching at one time was, things like that. It gave me that. It gave me the same ending screen it always gives. I was offline for the next couple hours. My phone was plugged in. I wasn't on the computer. And I was working out in the yard, and then I took a nap. And then I got up and I got on Discord, and I had all these messages from people saying, hey, your stream's still going. And I got on and hit end stream again, and it gave me the same report that it gave me before. It was really strange. All right, so it's getting toward evening now. We got quite the crowd here. I'm still waiting for the third successfully boast of your achievements. Oh, everybody's happy about whatever I've done. It's funny how, like, there's this big conversation going on about Star Wars. I love it. All right. All right, we completed that one. Now we have to embark on a romance. So we're obviously going to probably want a younger person to connect with, so we can produce more children that way, etc. So let's go ahead and go to the social screen. I gotta select my guy here first. Oh, we also gotta level everybody up. So I can actually set it to where they will automatically level up, my employees, if I want it to. Let's give him another point in strength. There goes my cart right there. That's Ralph driving the cart. Okay, now back to Richard. So what we need to do now is we need to find someone to embark on a romance with. Actually, I think we start with, yeah, I think that's how we do it, is embark on a romance. Now, you can choose from a list of available citizens. Louise looks like a man in armor, and I'm a little disturbed by that. Brigida is the one in the Plague Doctor mask. Or you can just pick from the world, and you can just see all of the available people around you. You can just like randomly choose somebody, and you can see what your odds are of doing that. Jutta is 26. I think I'd probably like somebody a little younger than her. Though I do like that 84% seems like pretty good odds. 38, definitely too old. We're looking for our eligible bachelorettes here. Alright, we'll go with the 26-year-old. So we're going to embark on a romance with Jutta. Can other people be in your game? If you do multiplayer, yes. You can play in the same world and have each your own dynasty going at the same time. And you can interact with those people. You can even like try to kill members of their dynasty and stuff. Alright, so now what we need to do is court our beloved. And once you've embarked on a romance with somebody, then when you go to the screen where you're choosing these social options, it actually gives you that person listed, and it shows how well you're connecting with them. So we're gonna go try to court her a little bit.
I'm a bit busy right now.
Don't marry a man. That's, yeah, it would be a poor way of keeping my dynasty going. Yeah, Julie, that's okay. Everybody's got different tastes and interests. This is something a little different. All right, success. 96 experience for successfully courting her. Now we need to do it again. Oh, that's the city records. Let's take a look at that for a second, just so we can kind of review that. Here you have, okay, so there's the sovereign, who is Roland right now. And then you have these offices: mayor, city legate, treasurer, market reeve, tax collector, customs officer, captain, arsenal master, dungeon master. You have all these available offices, and once you become a citizen, you are eligible for these offices. And with those offices come abilities that you don't otherwise have. And then there are all these laws that you can pass. So you can certainly you can make it legal to break bones, for example. You can make it legal to kidnap if you so choose. So there's a lot of flexibility with those sorts of things. Hey, Hanson, how's it going? Atheist, good to see you. Start singing to her. I recommend George Strait. I don't know a lot of George Strait songs, but I do know my fair share of Garth Brooks. Let's see. So then there are guilds that are available. There's a guild of craftsmen, a guild of physicians. And you can see the different perks, the benefits of membership in these various guilds. So that's kind of cool. You can see who are members of those guilds. All right. There's our skill tree. Here's our budget book. Here's our family tree. Let's look at the skill tree for a second. We're going to claim title of commoner. Count your blessings. You are now allowed to own and operate 2 businesses. You can drive your workers, distract a guard, stack boxes at the market, hunt rats. Couldn't do that before. Make a church donation, denounce someone in public, or praise someone in public. So a bunch of new abilities available to us.
No, now.
Let's go ahead and kiss Judah on the cheek and hope that she approves of such actions. Yeah, oh, Zach, that was his first single. In fact, if you're interested in music, definitely check out the documentary on Garth Brooks. It's on Netflix if you have it. So good. Yeah, let's say, this old highway's getting longer. Seems there ain't no end in sight. The sleep would be best, but I just can't afford the rest. I got a ride in Denver tomorrow night. I love Garth Brooks. All right, so I think we successfully did that again. So where's our quest book? Oh, it's still saying 0. Oh, successfully execute, compliment someone, and then give her a bouquet of flowers. Oh, we're going to have to make said bouquet of flowers. Not there. We got to make that in our house. So we can make a bouquet of flowers. Where is my character? I guess I got to go over near my house first, huh?
Now.
After I level up. We're going to go charisma again, because right now we're all concerned about making a family and things like that. Is it bad that you like Phantom Menace? No, hey, if you like it, man, that's cool. So am I a person in the kingdom, Zachary? I am a lowly peasant. I'm not even a citizen yet, which means I can't even live inside the city. So you have to rise from the beginning. And I would guess one lifetime won't be enough to do that. I will have to do this over generations, which is why I have to get married. Okay, here's Richard. Let's bring him over here. How do I make him walk? I just want to make Richard go over here.
Anything wrong?
I'll just send him home. There we go. Go home, Richard. Do I know any Sabaton songs? No, I do not. Sorry. Billy Ray. Billy Ray Cyrus comes from the same part of Kentucky that my family comes from, so I'm not a huge fan of his, but I'll give him that respect at least. All right, we got to make a bouquet of flowers as we court our beloved. We don't need multiple bouquets of flowers. One will do. We actually got 2 here. So, all right, so now social activities. We're going to compliment her. Ooh, she's pretty happy about it. Yes, it's a rags to riches sort of thing. Hanson, no game news. Sorry. Do I think Jar Jar's okay? Yeah, I never got the whole racial stereotype thing, but then again, I'm a white Protestant Anglo-Saxon male in America, so I guess I'm pretty much the last person to know that, I suppose. I mean, he wasn't my favorite character. Okay, so we've got to compliment her and give her flowers. I think we're complimenting her right now. How do we give her the flowers? Let's go sweet talk her.
I'm hurrying.
Where am I, by the way? Am I still in the house?
Not now.
Oh, I'm right here. Not now, he says. Where is she? Is that her? That's her.
Yes, my hero?
Yes, my hero, she says. Oh, man. I think she likes me. I got to slow it down here because I got to figure out how to give her this bouquet of flowers. I don't know how to do that. It does not tell me how to do that. Diplomacy. No. Church donation. I don't know how to give flowers. All right.
Yes,
Maybe we
my
click on her. A good opportunity for trade. Long distance trade reports. Due to lack of trade goods, Schwarzenal is willing to buy essentials at high prices. Okay, well, that doesn't really affect me right now. So, you recommend Frank Sinatra? Oh yeah, Frank is good. Atheist, you can be a thief or a robber baron. You can create a den of thieves. You can join the thieves guild, the whole bit, and use the money you made that way to become a judge or mayor. Yeah. Yes, you can absolutely do all of those things in this game.
Yes, my heart.
All right. Yes, my heart, she says. Oh, that's so nice. How do I give her things? Main menu, buildings, characters, events on the timeline. We're in the tutorial right now. So, you can toggle the camera mode. There's an area map that will kind of show you what all is going on right here. So you've got actually different trade areas. And then you can actually go to the long distance trade route. So this is kind of a cool way to understand what's going on. There's mine right there, and then there's the other businesses that folks have. Yeah, I'm a big fan of country music too. I didn't used to be. That has happened over time. All right, she's strolling around. How do I give things to people? I can embark on a lazy... I did all that already. Man, business? No.
Yes,
Goodness.
my hero?
There's got to be a way to do it.
Here now.
Maybe we look in our inventory. Do it that way. Man, I feel a little stuck at the moment as far as what I do. There's probably a help thing that I can use at some point. Usable by adult family members of the avatar's bloodline. So maybe I just need to put it in my inventory in order to be able to give it to her. So let's go ahead and send me home.
That won't take long.
That won't take long. What decade of music is my favorite? I like the 50s a lot. I like the 80s. Of course, the 80s is when I grew up. So it kind of makes sense. I think we all kind of have an affinity for the music we grew up with. 80s, early 90s for me. I grew up with 50s music because I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandpa had a band where they did old 50s and 60s songs. So I heard them practicing a lot. So that's really kind of what led me to really love that music. All right, now let's see if we have new options. There's a building menu, look inside the building, urgent. Maybe what we have to do now is look for her again. Where is my beloved? Let's go give her a compliment, and that'll lead us to where she is. And then maybe we can get married.
Can't help right now. I'm a bit busy right now.
There she is.
Sooth, your ancestors
Yes,
will be
there is.
proud of you. I thought you should know.
Don't go anywhere.
No game.
Slow down, slow motion.
Home time? What? Here I am. What's up?
How about we look at the inventory screen here now? Maybe what we do is... Let's try this.
At your service.
Yes, dearest?
Maybe that's how we do it. Maybe not. Maybe I got to right click on her. It doesn't tell me that part. Like, it doesn't tell me what I need to do to give her these flowers.
Will do.
Oh, there we go. Nope, that was just me walking over there.
Yes, sir.
All right, help menu time. Romances, here we go. You can court that character. Yes, I see that. When the time comes, you also propose marriage action, an icon with 2 rings. 1990s to 2000, nice. So none of that still tells me how to give something to someone. Alright, we'll figure this out.
Home time? What's that?
Looks like I've got about 5,000 gold still. I might have to build another business at some point. In fact, maybe let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to the building mode while we're waiting to kind of do all that other stuff. What did we say we wanted? I want to get I want a pub at some point, right? Like an inn. Oh, we can't do that yet because I don't have hospitality level 1. So that's something I'll eventually have to earn the ability to do. How about carpenters? Nope. Food preparation businesses. Okay, so the only business I have unlocked is the handicraft. So eventually we're going to have to earn some other skills, I guess. Hey, Dawson, take care. Happy Father's Day, if you are one. Oh, Zach, that's the worst. So let's see if there's anything I can unlock as far as new skills go. That's the Book of Guilds. I'm trying to... Here we go. So we could unlock Agriculture 1, which we already have, I think. Oh, no, we don't have it yet. All right, we're going to do Handicraft, I think. How do we get the ability to, like, own a pub and stuff? Alright, we're going to unlock Handicraft 2. That allows me to make crude weapon hilts, daggers, and fittings. And now we can branch off into tailor, woodworker, stonemasonry, or metalworking. Need a higher title to be able to claim that, though.
Congratulations.
Now I can throw stones, ask a favor, apologize to the neighbors, or raid the kitchens. Interesting abilities to have. If I marry a citizen and I'm not one, does that make me a citizen? Interesting question. I wonder if it would be difficult to do that. Now we can unlock Ambitious number 1. It gives me a plus 10 reputation bonus. Need a higher title to acquire Cheese on Toast Fancier 1. Okay. Someone stole your mower. Oh my gosh, that sucks. I'm really sorry. I had a bike stolen a couple years ago. That was did not feel good. And then somebody broke into our old house that we are in the process of selling and stole all the pipes out of it. And it was like $6,000 worth of damage for like $20 worth of copper. Okay, so back to the tutorial. We are still trying to figure out how to give her flowers. Here we go. Compliment someone, icon with flowers. Click on the artifacts category in the action bar to choose. Oh, it was there all along. Okay.
Here I am.
Why do I not see that as an option? Yeah, maybe that's the oh, there it is. No, that's ask a favor. Oh, we don't have a liaison? What?
Of course.
I guess I lost my liaison with her because I took too long. Oh, yes, Zach. I forgot you said you were going to be sleeping at this time.
Come on. You know how to dress.
Yes, my hero?
Yes, my hero? All right, let's look at this one more time because I didn't understand why it didn't work the way we thought it should. Click the Artifacts category in the action bar and choose Bouquet of Flowers. Oh, now we have a love affair.
Yep. Good. Your family's a real blessing for this city.
Yes, my heart.
I'm a bit busy right now.
Anybody else seeing it? I'm just not seeing where that is. Diplomacy, social activities, sinister activities, aggressive actions, business. We can grab a bite to eat, grab a drink, go to bed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Raven Gaming, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see how it could kind of become more of the same all the time. Maybe, Raven, you can tell me what I'm missing here. I'm trying to figure out how to give a bouquet of flowers to someone. Oh, it's not showing that I have the bouquet anymore. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's why it's not giving me that option.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up?
There we go. Now we have consumables. But it still doesn't give me the option. I can end the liaison. Oh, there we go. Awesome. We finally figured it out. Yeah, thank you, Zachary, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And also, I say this all the time on these holidays. I fully recognize that for many folks, Father's Day is not a happy time. Either if you lost your dad. My wife lost her father 3 years ago, and she lost it. She lost him pretty much on Father's Day. We went. He was dying of cancer, and we knew that. And we went to see him. Spent the evening of Father's Day with him, and he died just after midnight, just after Father's Day was over. So, it's a tough day for her, but also a good day to remember her dad. Okay, now what? It's saying, "Oh, marry one of your romances." Okay. That I can do. I know how to do that. Let's get married.
Will do.
Jutta the Commoner is about to become Mrs. Whitaker.
So,
Coover Silverbeard, happy Father's Day if you are one. I'm proposing. Will she say yes? Oh, she did.
these fine citizens in the most holy of sacraments, and in the presence of God, bless their holy union as man and wife.
And I myself have actually never met my father. So, talking about Father's Day, again, I didn't grow up without a dad. I was raised by my grandparents. My grandfather was an amazing father to me. But I have never met my father. So, it's a mixed blessing for some folks, I know. Produce offspring. Okay. Is that a button we can choose as well? Produce offspring. This initiate action, you need a fertile married couple. Both characters need to be in the same residence that is owned by your family. Okay. Go home, Richard.
Anything wrong?
Oh, now I get to control Jutta as well. Richard, go home. Jutta, go home. We got work to do. Leave the church and immediately go produce offspring. They've got a long walk ahead of them to get back home from inside the city. That priest is wearing a weird thing. Yes, Mr. Beep. Thank you. Her ex shows up to stop the wedding. Cooper, your kids are 25 and 27. Man, that's awesome. It's hard to believe. I'm going to be 43 in a couple months, and when my mom was 43, I was 26. When my grandma was 43, I was 9, so that's kind of weird. Erie, thank you. I appreciate that. I hope my wife approves as well. We won't tell her. She's not watching this stream. All right. I think we're both home. Or no, we're still getting there. Let's take a look at the business, see what's going on over here. All right, so our business has actually got a decent value to it. We could probably sell it if we did. Oh, there's add-ons. Cool. We can add additional workers, front store space, fire protection, front store slots, storage capacity, disease protection, building security, which I guess at some point would be an issue if we start having people like competing against us. Productivity gives us improved tools. Zach, thank you. I view my most important role in life as being a dad. Honestly, I feel like if I don't get being a dad right, then I shouldn't be worried about anything else. That is my number one priority. And I'm not raising my kids just to be happy kids that like me. I want to be a dad who raises successful adult members of society. And I've got great kids. I'm very proud of them. I know everybody says that, but I definitely feel that way. Okay, it's time.
I am the master. I'm hurrying.
Okay, can we talk about the fact that only Richard is currently working on producing offspring? I would assume Jutta would also want to be involved in that task.
Can't help right now. I'm busy.
Oh, I can't actually give her any instructions. So I guess Richard alone is going to take care of this task. Zachary, how old are you? Raven, I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Zachary, I didn't realize you were only 11. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Hey, you can't get to be our age until you are your age. I was once 11 as well. Yes, it was 1988, but I was once 11. And my son is, I've got one that's going to be 8 this year and one that's going to be 13. I didn't know Polska was only 14. Man, I'm learning so much right now. All right, we're getting close to producing an heir. You can retire to one of your residences with your spouse and do things you can only do after the holy wedding ceremony. Richard is making a test tube baby. Captain Rex, that's awesome. I was 27 when my first was born. All right, we're almost done with the producing offspring. Oh, pregnancy! +5 charisma, +10 bonus when bargaining. So I bargain better because my wife's pregnant. That's awesome. A couple of new quests. Someone is expecting a baby. Successfully execute drive your workers. Zachary, we are your friends here, sir. So, for those of you new who have never heard me talk about this, because we're talking about fathers and things like that, some of you have heard me mention this. I'm probably one of the few people in the world who can say that I have never met my father, but my wife has met my father. Kind of a weird quirk of how things worked out. All right, so what are we doing here? We're going to go drive our workers. We're not going to break any bones. We could grab a drink, grab a bite to eat. Let's go grab a bite to eat first. We're going to go to the leaky kettle and grab a bite to eat. now that I've produced an heir, or I'm nearly producing an heir. I wonder if they die. You know, I mean, in 1400, your odds were probably like 50-50 that your child would live to 5 years old. Let's go to regular speed.
I really can't get away from here right now. Not now, please.
Yeah. My great-great-great-grandparents had 16 children in a house not much bigger than the one that I've got on this game. Now, granted, they didn't have all 16 in the house at once, but apparently it's a long walk to the pub, so that might take a little while. In the meantime, I guess we'll think about adding another business if I have the ability to do so. I'm not sure that I do yet. Let's take a look at some of these screens here. So we're starting to make some decent revenue from our business. So here are the cost of different actions that I can take. Here's the winning point. So we can actually compare ourselves to the other dynasties now. Zachary, it's actually, my father's very much alive. Yeah, 16 kids, right, yeah. There were 30 years between the first kid and the last kid in that family. So imagine being born and you have siblings that are in their 30s already. Anyway, my dad, I never knew who my dad was until about 10 years ago, and I discovered who he was through a ancestry DNA test. And he was actually a classmate of my mom's, and long story short, cool thing about it is I live in Northeast Ohio, but most of my family comes from Eastern Kentucky. In fact, 3 of my 4 grandparents are from Eastern Kentucky. And my 2 grandfathers, my mom's father and my dad's father, actually grew up as neighbors in the company houses of the same company because both their families came from Kentucky to work at a place called Niles Fire Brick. But anyway, found out who my father was, found out I have 3 brothers, got to meet my brothers. My father has just made the decision that he's not interested in getting to know me. I talked to him on the phone one time, but I've never met him in person. Well, he owns a number of businesses in our area, and one of them's a furniture store, and so my wife just decided to pop into his furniture store one day, and he was there, and he actually was helping wait on my wife, and then she explained to him who she was, and he was very kind to her, but that was the only time either my wife or I have met my father. All right, so, and it's kind of sad too because I'm really into my family tree, and I had a great-great-grandmother on my dad's side who was alive till I was 12 years old that I never met. So, all right, so here you can see it looks like we're doing pretty good so far compared to the other dynasties. Now, granted, it's on the tutorial, so it's actually probably on a pretty easy mode for the game. And there are only 4 other dynasties. You can actually make it, I think, as high as 10 other dynasties, and then you, of course, can do that in a multiplayer game as well. It's summer of 1401 now. So I don't know if I'm still at the pub.
Anything wrong?
Yep, I am. I'm at the Leaky Kettle, right there. Employees reached a new professional level. Sweet. Good job, Ralph. Up to level 4 now. Let's give him some strength since he's all driving the cart and stuff. He gets a reputation bonus and a speed bonus. So what else can we build as far as a business goes here? Your grandfather's from Kentucky? Awesome. What part of Kentucky? So Eastern Kentucky, my family's from a couple of places in Eastern Kentucky, primarily a town called Olive Hill, which is right on Interstate 64, just west of Huntington, West Virginia. That's mostly my mom's side of the family, a little bit of my dad's side. But then further south, Pike County, which is kind of where the Hatfield and McCoy feud was going on. It's part of my family. Letcher County, Lee County, Morgan County, Kentucky. So pretty much all over Eastern Kentucky. So let's look at the build menu now. We still only have handicraft. What do we need to do to be able to do some of these other things? We need Baker 1. And I think some of these things are going to require me to get additional levels. What am I supposed to do right now in my quest? Drive my workers. Okay. Office holders being appointed. Due to lack of applicants, the monarch has appointed Wunibald to the office of gate guard. I guess once I become a citizen, I can probably apply for some of these things. Oh, carpenter would be good, yeah, to use the planks. I should be making steak, no? Alright, so let's look at my... Where do I look at the skill tree? Who's booing? And why are they booing? Okay. So tailor, woodworking, stonemasonry, metalworking. Over here we've got agriculture, butcher, miller's trade. Herbalism gets us to apothecary, alchemy, medicine, scribe. There's fighting there. Ambitious. Okay, so we probably need to claim another title, or let's go. Oh, we can unlock cattle and pig there. So we can do woodworking. Let's go ahead and acquire that title. That's going to cost us some dough. I guess we should probably go home from the pub at some point. Public house is really what I want to build. I want hospitality 1 for that. Can be built in the city or the village. Now we can build woodworking 1. Intricate carvings. All right, we'll go with that name. That's fine. Oh, man, where's my... Here we go. We'll keep everything right in the same area. Ooh, boy, that's going to pretty well wipe me out. 1,600. We're going to have to be a little more careful of our finances from this point on. Z Games, I'm sorry to hear that. I know how that feels. Jasmine, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Protesting people yelling. Yeah. Yeah, Zachary, where are you that's happening? Jasmine, that's cool. I believe... So Rachel, a.k.a. Gory, made a couple of videos. But there was some glitching and some problems with them. That's why she hasn't updated for a few days, but I uploaded for a few days. But I believe she's going to be streaming after me. Jag, interesting. There's actually a lot of alcoholism that runs on my father's side of the family. My father himself is not an alcoholic, but other relatives are, including my grandfather and my great-grandfather on my paternal side. Thankfully, I did not get that. I have an occasional drink, but very rarely, and I think I've been drunk twice in my life, once in high school, once in college. And that was enough for me. All right, we're getting our carpenter's shop going now. But now it becomes interesting because now finances are going to be a little more of an issue. And we're going to have to be much smarter about things. Stop kicking so hard. That must be the baby doing that, huh? Does she doesn't look pregnant. I saw there was a big mass shooting in Minnesota yesterday. 1 person dead, 11 wounded. Man, ugly times in our country right now. All right, intricate carvings is almost complete. There's a thief hanging outside of my area, and I don't like it. Go away, Hulda. Zachary, being drunk, not worth it. Don't do it. Drinking is fine. Just be careful with it. Okay, let's hire some employees. That's going to pretty well wiped me out, unfortunately. Oh, boy. We can make some oak planks. We can make combs, wooden frames, walking sticks, an oak barrel.
You are respected.
Eventually, other new things. I am what? Oh, I'm supposed to be like telling my employees to do better or something here. Let's see.
An employee has reached a new professional level.
I'm supposed to urge on my employees, I think it is. Where is that? I can go begging. Oh, that I can steal from a character. Oh, hey, there I am. What am I doing? I'm still sitting in the pub by myself. I'm talking to myself. I think I'm drunk. Time to leave, sir. All right, Richard, go home.
Of course.
Go home. Actually, go to the business. Get the guards to arrest the thief. Hire a carpenter. Yeah, I don't have the money to hire anybody right now, so I got to wait until my other business makes a little more money. Hey, Zach, take care, man. Glad you're here. All right, we can hire a transporter for intricate carvings. This is cool. I like just kind of zooming down to this view. I like how everybody's got the same colors as my Dynasty. A lot of detail to that business, too. That's awesome. Yeah, I bet I have quite the, I think I only had to spend 10 at the pub. I'm surprised it didn't, like, keep taking money from me as I sat there longer. I think that's how they should do it. Alright, we gotta level up our workers here. Dexterity. Dexterity. So let's look at the ledgers and things like that and see how we're doing financially. Oh, we haven't had our child yet. So this is the Book of Dynasties. Yeoman, Richard Whitaker, residents. You can see our attitude, honest versus cunning, generous versus egoistic, diplomatic versus aggressive. You can see my romances, hostages from... You can take hostages? Oh boy. And my kind of relationship with other dynasties. That's cool. There's the guilds. Here's our quest book. We got to drive our workers, so we got to get to that.
If we can rely on anyone, it's family.
How's our business doing? Oh, the value of the business has gone up. It's worth 11,000 now. So the longer it goes, the more valuable it becomes, I suppose. Yeah, old man gamer, that's awesome. In the pub talking to yourself, that's your life. Captain Rex, I feel your pain, man. I don't know what I would have done if I'd had twins. Otto the History Wizard, welcome back, sir. Good to see you again.
Level.
Okay, so, oh, we've leveled up one of our workers at the new shop. The transporter, I feel like charisma would be a good stat for her because she's got to sell products. Has my child been born yet? I guess not. Alright, we're up to 328, so we can hire a second employee now, I think. Dieter. We've got some good German names going on here. How do we make a walking stick? Wooden frame. And you can actually set limits on how much you build of different things. Oak planks can be turned into combs. So Dieter, start making combs. Oh, there's a storm coming? Good to know. Where's the part where you kamikaze in this game before you die? All right, so we've got to go in now and do the next part of our quest. Oh, we can look inside our house. Cool. So the wife's just kind of chilling. Here's our home. I guess we can't look around. We can just kind of see what's happening. Richard's checking out his own hands. She hasn't had the baby yet.
Yeah.
So exit the building. Let's head over to the business.
I'm hurrying.
So now we ought to be able to get the option to tell the employees to do their thing. Drive your workers. Here we go. 74% chance either place.
Yeah.
Let's look at the add-ons again. We don't really have the money for add-ons right now. T-posing wife, nice. Your wife dresses him up the same, Captain Rex. That's even worse, man. Can you choose the name of a boy or girl, Zachary? I would guess you could, but I guess we're going to find out here when this child's born. Is she in that position till the baby drops? My wife hasn't been programmed for animation. I'm 19 now. My wife's a little older than me. Alright, so I think we've done the kind of spur on our workers once. Now we got to do it again. This time we'll go over and do it at the carpenter shop. Ooh, let's look inside that building, shall we? How do we do that? I forget.
I really can't get away from here right now. That won't take long.
What are the add-ons for this one? These are different add-ons. You can add workers, front store space. Oh, they're the same things. It just looks different on this screen, I guess. Statistics. Here we go. So here's our businesses. So our craftsman's hut is getting closer to solvency. You know, like making more money than I've spent out. So that'll be a nice position to be in when that happens. Wifeanimations.exe has stopped working. Yes. In the game, Jed, basically you have to buy the next level. So let's take a look at that. So right now I'm a yeoman, and becoming a resident is going to cost me 2,100. And I started as a serf. I've had to purchase every title. Citizenship is like the next level. I go from commoner to citizen. You need 3,500 plus 500 influence. And then you can see with each one of these comes new abilities. Release the fleas, exploit connections, public relations, bribe an official, build a storage barn. Citizen can run for office, send to school, hire a henchman, guard a building, escort someone, find evidence, spur your transporters on, read something out loud, and build a citizen house. Eventually you get up to Archduke, and you could hire henchmen. Some of these are really expensive. English and German, so that'd be like Pennsylvania Dutch. I'm just waiting a couple minutes here to get my money up a little bit. I believe what he was saying was the worst is yet to come. Das Schlimmste ist noch nicht gekommen. My pronunciation's terrible, but that's basically what it is. German and English, yeah. If you mix German and English, you get Pennsylvania Dutch, basically. Well, Zachary, it's not that unusual to think of money as being the status, the path to citizenship. it wasn't that long ago that the way you got a higher rank in the military was to purchase a commission. That's why they called it being cashiered when you were kicked out, because they basically cashed in your commission. If you were a captain and wanted to become a major, you could buy a major's commission to kind of level up that way. So 804. All right, so we're starting to make some money here. Let's look at our stats. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to actually having some prosperity. Have we had this child yet or what? What is going on? Did she... I wonder what happened. Oh. That's kind of strange. Like, I feel like...
Yes, sir.
Did we not have the child? I bet it's because I never told her to do it. I think that's what happened there. I don't think she ever got pregnant. Oh, no, wait. It told us she was pregnant, didn't it? Maybe she lost the child and it never told me. Might I suggest buying the pub that you spent many nights at? I'd rather build my own. I don't know if you can actually buy one off of somebody else. How that works. Captain Rex, I know I am not German, but I understand some German. I'm not... Oh, there, now we have a child. I don't speak it fluently, but I can usually kind of pick out what somebody's saying. Oh, wait, we do get to name our child. We are the proud parents of Sigismund. Now, that's a good German name, but we're going to go with Johann Georg. Although Whitaker's an English name, so Joseph. Yeah, we'll just go English. How's that? Oh, and here is his starting statistics. So I guess that's probably a combination of the parents. We have an heir. Excellent news. Very cool. We shall raise him well. Now back to the pub. No, not really. We've got 1,000 though. Buy cheap, sell for outrageous price. More employees at the handicraft shop, or are they overworked? No, Zachary, in the American Civil War, they didn't buy the position. Primarily in the American Civil War, you either went to West Point or one of the other military academies like Virginia Military Institute or the Citadel in South Carolina, or you were wealthy and you raised a company of soldiers and got to be in command of them, which is how guys like Dan Sickles became a general. But for the most part, most of the prominent ones went to West Point and had a military education. All right. So we're starting to make a little money. We're up to 1,000. We're making some combs, which apparently we are selling in our front store area. So people can come by and buy the combs. That's cool. We can make some oak barrels, but we're going to need some nails for that. We could probably go buy those from the market, or we just produce our own somehow. Let's get these folks leveled up. Our transporter going to need a little more strength, maybe. Whoa! So fat that they don't even appear on the screen. Look at that. Our carpenter, dexterity. Name him Stalin. No. That would not be a very German name. In fact, the Germans would probably hate that name. Wonder if I can build a bigger house. So here are all the different things we can build. Here's residences. Oh, okay, cool. So, obviously, I could build a bigger house. I'm going to eventually need a bigger house, but right now what I just need is a better income. So we need to keep working on that. Let's look at where we are on the quest. I didn't successfully execute drive my workers, I guess.
No pain, no gain. Certainly.
Oh, it's autumn 1402. So I guess the seasons go kind of through the years is how this works. So spring 1400 was followed by summer 1401, followed by autumn 1402. So back to the business, we need to drive our workers. I guess we don't do it with individuals, we do it overall. Good old Dan Sickles, yep. I am Skunk Code. Yes, she is going to stream today. Once I'm done, she'll probably get ready to do hers. I don't know what time, but she'll probably post about it. Oh, what's this little exclamation point? Alerted. Failed to produce offspring. Oh, so I guess the first time I failed, but that's probably because he hadn't been born yet. Naming the next one Kaiser Wilhelm. The Germans will love that. Ah, success! Bonus of productivity. Now we got to do it one more time over at our crude craftsman's hut. Let's take a look at the screen here. We can get woodworking too for 2,900, but I have to be a citizen to do that. Oh, what's going on? Sounds like somebody's being attacked or beaten up or something. Oh, yeah, right here. This guy's beating this girl up, but she's giving as good as she's getting. Yeah, and this lady over here is cheering her on. Kirsten's like, yeah, they got a crowd. Oh, my gosh. Oh, and then this guy comes along with a sword, the city guard, and just takes the dude out.
You want to try?
Can I rob this guy while he's here? Ooh.
I'm a bit busy right now. Of course.
Well, there's a couple of guards. That was awesome. Name him Erwin Rommel. Oh, that dude just came and robbed him. I was going to do that. Derek. Is there anything left to rob?
Here I am.
Aggressive actions. I can't attack him. He's already been attacked. I'm definitely not going to kill him. Sinister activities. Steal. Oh, he's back up now. Too late. Missed my chance. They have to be unconscious to be robbed. Okay, that was fun. Did I achieve the quest? No, I got to do it one more time. I don't believe it involves a whip, but I could be wrong.
Of course.
When you insult the guard's wife. Go rob Derek then. I should have. I'd have to knock him out though. Alright, we got to do this thing one more time to advance the tutorial. Brian Reardon, the overall objective is to, well, it depends on when you create the game, because this can be multiplayer or single player. You can create the end game, like what the winning objectives are. In this case, the objective is to actually become the sovereign. So you do that by rising up through the years with your dynasty and achieving citizenship, and then eventually getting titles. Right now, I am a yeoman, which is level 3. You can purchase other titles by building businesses and things like that. Eventually, you can become Archduke, which requires 1.28 million to be able to do. I have 1,377 right now. So obviously, it's not something that happens in one lifetime. It's going to be like my grandchildren or great-grandchildren that get to that place. So in this case, becoming the sovereign is how you win this game. But you can win other ways. You can win by knocking out the competition, things like that. It just depends on what you set the starting objectives as. Dare you to fight Derek and knock him out and steal his stuff. It's not a city builder per se, but there are city building aspects to it. I built my little farmhouse. I built my crude craftsman's hut. I built this carpenter shop. I can eventually build a bigger house for my family now that I have a wife and a child. Oh, must be morning. So I'm doing the tutorial. New quest. Increase your skill. It wants me to increase metalworking. I'm not doing metalworking.
Professional level.
Speaking of level, one of my workers has leveled up. It's Dieter, who needs some more dexterity.
What now?
So I haven't done anything really to level my character up, so I probably should be doing that. Let's go ahead and go home
It's not now, please.
and look at what's available to... Oh, we can actually put other people to work doing things too. Jutta, why don't you go get some water? Joseph, I don't know what you can do, Joseph, because you're... hunt rats, Joseph. Oh, he's not old enough to hunt rats yet. Or is he? He could throw stones too. Nope, not yet.
Home time? What's
I'm gonna go hunt some rats. How's that?
Here I am.
Oh, I can't.
Not now.
A family member has leveled up. See, so Jutta's leveling up because I put her at work doing tasks. I should have had Richard doing that as well. We can do add-ons to our home as well. Fire protection, storage capacity, disease protection, building security, and storage slots. Somehow your daughter, Abby... Captain Rex, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's because she probably knows my daughter's channel, Gory Gaming 24601. And that's how she found out about me. Shouldn't I be arranging a wife for Joseph by now? No, I am not that high ranked that I get to do that when they're young. Mr. Beep, yes, that's how I win in the tutorial, is to become king. Yeah, Jed, there's definitely some series to be had here. For now, it'll probably remain a live stream series, only because I've got so many other series I'm working on. But yeah, I could see that too. There's a lot of fun to be had here. It'd probably be more entertaining as a series if I do like Hearts of Iron, where I can edit and just show you the highlights so you're not seeing all the downtime that's happening. Putting a kid to the job, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I probably need other sources of income. All right, so right now what I need to be doing is I need to look at Joseph, and I need to get that metalworking skill, which is 1,500, and I just barely have enough to do that. So now I can make silver, iron bracers, nails, silver chain, and a foundry. Need to own more than one business. It's, yeah, advisable to have multiple income sources and spread your power. So foundry probably would be the way to go. And actually what I could do is I could be making oak barrels, because I could be making my own nails. But obviously I don't have the money for that right now. I think maybe we'll sell the craftsman's hut. And here's if that's possible, because this craftsman's hut is worth 11,000. Is it possible to sell a business is the question. It's a building level 1. Oh, you can destroy the building. I don't know that that's very helpful to do. It's amazing how much I could get for a bunch of flowers. Metalworking 2, is that what it's... No, I think it was just Metalworking 1.
Yes.
Because now I'm on to a new quest. Yeah, Metalworking 1. Handicraft 2 was the other one, but I already have that. Will I ever record an Empire Total War playlist? If so, can I do Darth Mod? Yeah, at some point I suppose I could do that. Oliver Twist, yes. Alright, so we're still making combs right now. That's kind of just the only thing we're doing. Let's look at the budget book My first business is almost in the black for the first time. The carpenter shop also almost in the black for the first time. And most of the overhead expenses were just building my businesses in the first place. So we're doing pretty good at the moment. We'll go ahead and speed things up a little bit so we can make some money. Jean-Luc Picard, oh yes. Star Trek: The Next Generation. Old Man Gamer, yes. This is the first time I've played this. I just bought it yesterday. I saw... Oh, who did I see was playing this? It wasn't Stealth, was it? It might have been Stealth 17 playing this that I saw. And I thought, oh yeah, you know, because I loved Guild back in the day. Make nails plus barrels, then make beer and sell it at your pub. The perfect plan. Jed, I like the way you think. That is the perfect plan. My Richard is definitely going to have a pub, because that's who my great-great-great-great-grandfather, Richard Whittaker, that's what he was. He owned pubs in 3 countries. He owned one in England, in Tipton, outside of Birmingham. He owned one in Glasgow. And then when he came to America, he had one, they called it a saloon here, but he had a saloon in Cleveland. No, it's not a brand new game. It's new to my channel. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. That would mean a lot to me. I'd appreciate that greatly. I'll probably come back and stream this some more in a couple of days, just to let you see some more of kind of the further along games. But I'm going to be playing this on my own a lot, I'm sure. Zachary, what's your idea? What's going on at home here? Richard, make some flowers.
That won't take long.
Oh, we can make some flannel. Let's make some flannel.
Certainly. Of course.
Outside of diseases, this was a good period to live in, I feel. Yeah, diseases, obviously a thing. Getting beheaded for being on the wrong side of a family squabble at the royal level. Probably not a good thing. Zachary, thank you. That's cool. I appreciate that.
An employee has reached a new professional level.
So, we're back up to 1,000 now. Let's look at our skill tree. I wonder how, like, what you need to have for, because I think it's, hospitality is how you get owning a pub. So I wonder if that's under herbalism. Where would hospitality be? Agriculture? There it is. It is under agriculture. That's the path I should have been taking. Sounds like somebody's crying. Is it this person over here? No, this dude's just chilling. The butcher is just... Dude, that is some laziness right there, buddy. Ulrich, go do some butchering, man. And she's just standing here selling. We do have a storefront over here. You can see our storefront. Probably not the guy I want to have as the face of my business.
What do you want me to build? Where are the building plans?
All right, Raven, take care, man. Eve, man, I haven't played Eve in forever. Life is Feudal is a fun one too. I do have that game. I got to make a monopoly of beer. Owned a pub in Glasgow and lived to tell the tale. Yes, and not only that, Old Man Gamer, but the pub is still there. And I get to go see it next year. I'm so excited about that. It's called the Old Toll. What agriculture business could I do to support my carpenter shop? I'm not sure that there is one. Well, no, I guess growing like a lumber yard, if that's under agriculture. Wool, I could have sheep, obviously, on a farm to grow some wool. But I really want to do the foundry. I wonder how much that would cost. I don't think I can own a third business, though. I think I need to be a higher level for that. Where is the foundry? Smithy? Metalworking level 1. There's the foundry. The glowing furnace. I like it. Oh, I can't build it over here. Where can I build it? I am respected. Respect me! There we go. We can put it right there. There goes all my money. Building a foundry. Mr. Beep, yeah, please feel free. I know you've been doing that over on the Discord. It's fine if you want to do it here too. JD Kier, yes, I do remember from yesterday. That's awesome. A mini compilation of you destroying me. Very cool. I'm sure I gave you plenty of material for that. All right, let's speed things along. So, young Joseph is still not quite a year old.
Production has been halted.
Production's been halted? Oh, I'm out of money, that's why. Can't pay the workers. There we go, now we're making a little more money. Just burn down the competition's building. I'm trying to go legit in this playthrough since it's a tutorial, but eventually, yes, we'll most definitely have to explore the rogue route. That might be a good one to do a series on, just kind of being a jerk the whole time. All right, new quests are a good opportunity, and we're not too worried about that. Our foundry, the glowing furnace, is going up. Yes, it is possible to commit crimes in this game. I don't know if you can burn down a competition's building, though. Gary, absolutely. I still remember there's a guy named Jim O'Hare who's still a supporter of this channel who was there when I had 500 subscribers and is still around when I do Civil War games, and I absolutely. I've always viewed this as a community. It's cool when I do these streams and I see some of the same names, but then we get new people as well. Because I feel like I'm getting to know you, and we're all over the country. We've got people from Europe, we've got people from the United States, people from every hemisphere, every time zone, and it's great. I love it. And I know that there is some appeal in that for you guys of me being a small channel. In that there's more interaction. I don't want to lose that, even when I do grow. And I have grown quite a bit. I mean, the channel's 5 times the size it was this time last year. So I definitely don't want to lose those things, those aspects of it, though. Hire an employee. All right, we're almost out of money. Nails. We're going to make nails.
I'll start immediately.
Of course, we still need... Oh, now we need iron and charcoal. So here we go. We got a storm going here. We're going to go to the craftsman's hut, and what we're going to do here is we're going to start producing iron.
What a good job.
And then we can use that iron to make nails, which we then use over here, where we're going to start making oak barrels.
Very well, master.
All right, cool. That should help make money a little faster, I would think. Old Man Gamer, no, it is not. It definitely has multiplayer. Yeah, a couple people I see answered that already. Yeah, Gary, I know, for me financially, obviously, it makes more sense for me to have a bigger channel. If I had a channel the size of my daughter's, I could do this full time. Because my daughter makes more money than my wife or I do on her channel, and she's only 14. But that's her money, not ours. We let her spend a little bit of it, but we make her save most of it, and she has to set aside money for taxes. We're trying to teach her responsibility with those things. She's saving up. She's going to be able to buy a car in about 6 months. But obviously, I would like it to grow to the point where I can I can pay the bills with it, and I'm not at that place right now, obviously. But yeah, I definitely love the community aspect of it. That's why I encourage people to go over to Discord, because even when I'm not streaming or not making videos, we're all very active on Discord, and there's a lot of interaction going on in there. So, oh, what was it about the handicraft shop? That's here we go. Quest book. I had to produce another building to do that. Produce more items. Produce the torch. Produce dagger. So we've almost produced all the torches. Then we're gonna make some daggers. All right, now hopefully we start making money a little quicker. Yeah, Zachary, she does, man. And I tell you what, if she made videos every day like I do, she probably could be a millionaire by the time she is 20 years old. But you know, she's 14, so we don't want her to kind of be glued to this and do it to where it becomes work and she doesn't have any fun with it. Ooh, it's winter now. Or it's becoming winter. So let's see how let's look at the budget book here. Carpenter's Shop has now made money. So has the Craftsman's Hut. Both of those are now in the plus side for the first time. So now, hopefully start making some revenue here. Glowing Furnace is our first level 2 building. We've got to level up some of our workers. Morgan, thank you so much. Wait till they come up with a game that uses virtual reality helmets. That would be amazing. That would be so cool. I want to try VR with War Thunder if that's possible, because I think that would be really interesting. Oh, why'd the productivity go down in the carpenter's shop? No, the health of the buildings got some to be desired. Ah, it's winter 1403. Be happy it's not Game of Thrones winter. Winter is coming. That is something I'm looking forward to with Bannerlord, is when they come out with a good Game of Thrones mod or a Lord of the Rings mod. By the way, I've mentioned... Oh, we're out of money again. That's why the production got halted for a minute. I've mentioned that my family's trying to save up for a planned trip to the UK next year, and I've been planning out. This is how I am. You know, I get excited about something that's 10 months away by kind of planning every detail of it. So I've been kind of planning the trip out, and yes, there will be lots of videos for that. And I noticed that on our route from Windsor Castle up to Birmingham, where we're going to spend a couple of days exploring my family's history there, we go right through Oxford. And so, of course, I'm like, oh, Oxford, that means I got to visit the graves of J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. They're both buried in Oxford because they were both on staff at Oxford. War Thunder used Vorp X. I've heard people talk about that. So, uh-oh, we're fighting over who the best Zach is. Hey, you can't have that argument right now. Are you talking to yourself? Because the other Zach's not here right now. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. Where is it? Yes, they had a Game of Thrones mod for Warband. That's kind of how I figured there's going to be one. Oh, now we're in the winter here. All right, we're starting to make some money. I probably need to level my guys up. But that is a big looking 1-year-old, isn't he? I think or is he just level 1? Yeah, he's 1-year-old. My heir. We should probably have another child.
Stop clicking on me already.
Stop clicking on me already. Sorry, Richard. Sorry. You're only 20 years old, so. But I know he could die of dysentery at any moment or something, so. All right, he's actually at home right now. So let's have a child. You hate when your parents tell you about vacation, but it's 3 months away. Oh yeah, well I'm telling my family's already sick of me talking about one that's 10 months away. Oh, I see, Zachary. Yeah, I did see you mention you were going to be watching on 2 at the same time. It all has been made clear now. Aha, pregnancy. So there's so much more to this game I'm not exploring yet. A family member has leveled up. Richard leveled up by fathering a child. Yes! To add strength. Alright, what's my current quest? Oh, I gotta make daggers and another torch. Alright. So let's put Norbert on making a torch real quick. And Lena on making a dagger, just so we can complete that quest. Dysentery's Oregon Trail, that's right. You have died of dysentery. Loved Oregon Trail back in the day. Yeah. Morgan, apparently, my wife had a giant. 1403, more children meant more employees, yes. Or at least the chance of having a child survive. Norbert has leveled up. Good job, Norbert. Oh, we gotta level everybody up over here. Next time I play this game, or start a new game, I'll probably choose automatic level up, because you can do that. You can just have them auto level, so you don't have to manage that. Okay, so who is this? This is my blacksmith, Hedwig. She's a interesting looking lady. Not real intelligent, so we'll change that if we can. Alright, let's look where we're at on our quest book. We're still waiting. We must be waiting on materials to produce the dagger and the torch. We're up to 700 in gold, though. I really haven't interacted too much with the opponents at the moment. In fact, let's go ahead and look at where we are in terms of that. Where is the... I'm trying to remember where the... winning points. Here we go. Alright, so you can see here how we're doing as a kind of comparison with the other dynasties. The Edelburgers are the ones we're kind of competing with right now. And you can see that's based on business buildings, employees, wealth, politics, offices, influences, member of a guild, stuff like that. Eventually, of course, we're going to have to work on gaining citizenship. Wait, who's already 18? No, Joseph is only 1. Zach, yeah, still going. I'm going to wrap it up here before too long. I'll probably go 2 hours today, so about 18 more minutes. Helga, she does look... Jag, she does look like a Helga. You're right. All right, I think we might have completed... Oh, production's been halted. We're still waiting on materials to be able to make these torches and daggers for my quest. Oh, somebody's hurting my productivity, I think is what happened. I think somebody tried to sabotage it.
Production has been halted.
How much would it cost to repair a building? I don't think I have to worry about that yet. We've got a decent storage amount of flax, iron ore, and pine planks. Oh, so we could actually be making some crude weapon hilts. We got to make some more iron first. Let's go ahead and switch up and do that. Someone has spoken well. Oh, Hugo stopped by to praise me. Thank you, Hugo. Oh, we got another Zach to argue with Zachary. Polska, what'd you have for supper? If I have a guild, I need to do dungeon runs. Leroy Jenkins. I can add more employees to these things. Maybe that's the way to... so we add additional workspace. We can add an additional worker. Of course, that's going to cut me awful close on money, so we're going to have to wait a little bit for that. We could make a crude weapon hilt.
That won't take long to do.
and then we'll be able to make the daggers. So let's make a couple crude weapon hilts first. A hilt and a plank for the dagger and torch. So you can see here, I've got a lot of iron ore available. Not a lot, but some. So I can kind of build up some of that stuff and then switch it over. Let's go ahead and hire another employee, whose job it will be to make daggers. She sounded Scottish. Did we ever have that other child? I guess maybe that was unsuccessful. Because I'm a little worried about what happens if Joseph dies and then I don't have an heir. Yeah, she definitely looks like a Helga, doesn't she? Gertrude. Two Zacks, I must be drunk. Hey, Captain Rex, take care, thank you.
An employee has reached a new professional level.
We still need to make some torches. Alright, Norbert, switch to torches. We don't have enough pine planks. Make pine planks first.
Right away.
Then we'll make torches. Because I'm trying to complete this quest. There, now we can make the last torch that we need. Need one more torch, we need 2 daggers. Always keep your buildings repaired, it matters. Thank you, Morgan. I wasn't sure how much of an effect that would have, but it's good to know. Oh, I need at least 95. I don't have that right now. Strawberry jam, nice. Zach, yeah, I could see this could be an interesting series. So right now, let's talk about what series I have going on. Victory at Sea Pacific, I think probably only a couple episodes away from being done. I'm almost done with the American campaign on Age of Sail. So maybe in the next week or two, both of those will be done. I don't know how long I'll go on Strategic Command until I am no longer able to do that, because I'll probably lose that at some point. And then the only other one I have going on right now is Hearts of Iron 4, End of a New Beginning. That one will go on for a while. So once one of the other series is done, I'll probably throw up like a poll question over on Discord and here on the channel and asking for input on that. But I could see this being a series I could do next. Hey, Colin, take care, man. Thank you. And happy Father's Day to everybody out there who's a father as well. All right, so we've got 212 now. Let's go ahead and repair this building. Ah, we even see the repairs happening. Okay, where are we at on our quest? Ah, we have received a new quest, so acquire the title Citizen. All right, so that's what our next focus will be. We're probably not going to get to that on today's episode, but this is the type of the game where the proverbial Zerg rush to speed build as much stuff as possible is not a good business, yeah. Meanwhile, the Zacks are fighting. Ashir, I have not heard anything, but I was invited, and occasionally you'll see updates over on the Discord because one of the members of our Discord channel is one of the developers of Task Force Admiral, and along with a couple of other YouTubers, I was invited to be kind of like an advisory committee for the game where they kind of run some of the stuff past us, but I haven't really had anything to update about right now so far. But I'll definitely pass that along as soon as I do. Task Force Admiral looks like a much better version of Victory at Sea Pacific, if that makes sense. Zach, have fun playing Ark. That's one of my son's favorite games. He loves it, so enjoy. We'll be wrapping up here in about 10 minutes. So right now we're just trying to make money to get up to level of citizen. So able to look for ways to do that.
Yes, sir.
Joseph. Oh, Joseph's not old enough to go get water yet.
Yeah.
Go out and play? Can I? Oh, Joseph's not old enough to go out and play yet either. Distract a guard, drive your workers, stack boxes, apologize to the neighbors. Not really any point to doing any of those things right now. Alright, let's get back to making iron.
My arms hurt.
Your arms hurt, I'm sorry. Get to work! So here you can highlight over this. You can see the market sells at Derghazen Market for 36. The market buys at. So you can kind of see whether or not the things you're making are the profitable things to make right now. So that's kind of cool.
An employee has reached a new professional level.
There we go. Where's Richard going? The bell just started ringing. Oh, I went to get water. Okay. Yeah, Old Man Gamer. I like games like this too. It's not quite strictly in the strategy. It is still strategy, but it's certainly historical, so it fits with the channel. Richard and Jutta are the proud parents of another boy, Ingolf. No, Edward is a good Anglo-Saxon name. Hooray! Now we have another son. 21 years old now. We're going to need a bigger house. This is hardly the size house for a growing family like this. Let's look inside and see. Where's the... I forget where the button is to look inside and see what's happening inside. Here's our family tree. First generation, second generation. Now I need a whip. I think if we select the building, maybe that's how we do it. Oh, spring 1404. It's year 4 now. I can hire henchmen when I get a high enough level to do so. What are we producing in the carpenter shop? Oh, we're still working on oak barrels. And over here at the foundry, we're working on nails. So this is kind of gives you a little more of a view of what's going on. Here's the town over here. Here's the castle. And eventually when we're citizens, we can kind of move over into this area. There's an execution site here. There's also, you can be gibbeted, I guess, right there. That's awesome. There's City Hall. Let's kind of see what's happening over here in the town. Here's the market.
I really can't get away from here right now.
Zoom out a little bit. Get back to the view I had before. I'm kind of lost when I'm not looking at it the same way. My wife will be beating me with an oak barrel if I don't upgrade the house. Robbery sounds, yes. So we'll go for about 5 or 6 more minutes here and then we'll wrap this one up. But this will definitely be something I play more of because I'm having a lot of fun with this. I just got to get better at the game and learn my way around it better. We're gonna a long wait before we can gain the title of citizen. I think that costs. We got to get resident first, and that's 2,100, and then citizens another 3,500. So I'm going to need almost 6,000 to get up to citizen. That's going to be a while. Can I be the executioner? Oh, that would be kind of cool. Domestic violence. More likes than viewers. Well, yeah, there's some people that have come and gone and dropped a like on the way, so. All right, things are pretty quiet at the moment. Hug a tree. Oh, the name of this hut is Hug a Tree. So we're looking at the area map now and seeing what all's going on around us here. I want to look at the chart. Uh-oh. The Yellburgers have caught up to me in terms of points.
Has reached a new professional level.
It's cool that my employees have stayed with me for so long. Who is this? This is my transporter. Let's go charisma. This is the one that we can't even see the face of. Blacksmith. Dexterity seems to make sense there. It seems like it'd be nice if I could just have one transporter for everybody, but I don't know exactly how that would work. Alright, we're just trying to make some money right now. Here's the budget book. Glowing furnace is about to break even. My craftsman's hut is actually lost money now, but that's because we did some upgrades and started producing different things. Seems like we were making more money when we were working on different objects other than the ones we're working on now. No, seems like we're producing okay. We're selling daggers. We're helping with the stabbing trade.
Has been halted.
Ewan, how's it going? Getting a wee bit drunk on wine and whiskey. All right. Are there divorces in this game? Can you marry another woman? I don't know. And pay increases. Let's talk about that too, because I'm not sure about that. Looking at my employee screen, there doesn't appear to be. Let's go ahead and repair this. Ooh, that's going to be expensive, but we need to do it. No, I don't see a way to increase the pay. I mean, there's add-ons, but nothing about that. Customer satisfaction add-on. A shop sign. Oh, increasing your customer satisfaction by investing in the front store of your shop. This will increase the building's customer satisfaction by 20. Yeah, Grant has joined the chat. There's wine and whiskey. Yeah, it's like summoning Nelson by singing Rule Britannia. Oh, we need to hire another employee over here. That's part of our problem at the glowing furnace. We never hired a second employee. We can make silver if we pick up some silver ore. How much does that cost, though? Yeah, that might be worth it, because
Very well, master.
you can buy silver ore for 6 and turn around and sell silver for 20. So that might be a nice way to make some money. But is this Baldur's Gate? No, but you know, I can see why it feels like it looks like that. What do I plan on streaming tomorrow? There may not be a stream tomorrow. I may have to wait till Tuesday. Got a lot of work to do at my other house, but if there is one, I'll post about it. I think Risk will probably be the next stream, and then we'll get back to another War Thunder. I got to get caught up on some of my actual campaign videos as well. Okay, let's do a storefront here at the carpenter's shop. How's that? Gonna cost 300 for that. Oh, you can do a productivity add-on too. 125% productivity with improved tools. That might be a better use of my funds. It's only half as much. So let's do that. Oh, it only goes from 125 to 130 when you do that. All right, I got you. Jonathan, good day to you as well. I'm going to be wrapping up here in just a minute, but this whole thing will be available online later. Oh, Mr. Beep's trying to summon. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here, I think. So let's go ahead and we'll save this right here. I may play some on my own to move it along a little bit so you guys can see some more. But as always, thank you so much for being a part of this stream. I really just have a ball being able to interact with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it half as much as I do. And we'll see you again soon. Please join us over on Discord, and you get all the updates there, as well as have a lot of great chats with the rest of the community of this channel. So Portal and Portal 2, I haven't played that for a long time, but I could do that sometime. All right, take care, guys, and happy Father's Day to all of you who are fathers. Yeah, JD, that'll be fine. If you want to put it on Discord, please feel free to do that.